A millionaire's tax is costing France one of its most famous actors. Now, it all started last week when Gerard, Depardieu, announced that he will bid adieu to his French citizenship and move to Belgium to escape the socialist country's burdensome tax rates. Now, his decision to leave the country, where incomes above €1,000,000 are now taxed at a 75% rate, well, it didn't sit well with the French Prime Minister, Jean-Marc Ayrault, who blasted Depardieu, calling his decision, quote, unpatriotic and pathetic. Now, the French actor has since fired back, chastising the Prime Minister in an angry op-ed, saying, quote, I don't expect to be pitied or praised, but I reject the word pathetic. He went on to say, we will no longer have the same country. I am a true European, a citizen of the world, and I hand over my passport to you and my Social Security card, which I've never used. Joining me now with his take on all of this is the author of The Joy of Hate, a New York Times bestseller, and the co-host of The Five, Mr. Greg Gutfeld. Sir, how are you?
Good to see you.
What's going on, my friend?
Same old thing. Hanging out.
Congratulations on the good book tour. I heard you had a great time.
Yeah, it was a blast.
All right, he's my favorite French actor.
Really?
My favorite Frenchman at this point.
So that you are devastated.
No, no. It's interesting because they thought, they went out and the government demonized him.
Yeah.
Because he said, I'm not paying this.
Yeah.
And then the people of France, they applauded him.
Yeah, I mean, I look at him, he's a big sack of angry onions. He's got a big misshapen head like a potato with a muskrat on top, but this misshapen head
is about me, but behind my back.
He's right, though. I'm not crazy about this guy, but he is right. In a socialist society, they see human beings as ATMs on life support. And he's put in about 115 euros in taxes, million euros over his lifetime. He's being taxed at 85%. But somehow he's still unpatriotic. And their definition of patriotism is taxed until death. Yeah. And the fact that he wants to go to Belgium, and that's sad because the joke's on him, there is no Belgium. It's fictitious.
Wait a minute, but you said in socialist country. What's the difference here? Because if you live in California with the state income tax and your federal taxes, which are about to go up, that's now 53%. Right. Then you have city taxes. San Bernardino is now filing for bankruptcy along with other cities. Same in New York.
Yeah. Well, the hilarious hypocrisy is, if you look at our celebrities, our Hollywood celebrities, they will still live in Malibu or Brentwood, but the movies are being made in Canada.
That's right.
They're made in British Columbia. They're made in places where it's cheap. So they're the real hypocrites. I mean, at least this guy is saying, I'm out of here because I can't afford to live here, love this country. But he's renouncing his citizenship, which means he's giving up his beret, his baguette, and the body odor. So it's quite a shame.
You know,
I don't know anything
Send your hate mail to Gutfeld. All right. But
I'm actually half French. I can say this.
You can say whatever you want.
My mom's maiden name is Quape.
I'm Irish. What's this Irish 7-course meal?
What?
A six-pack and a potato.
See, now a quarter of me is outraged because I'm a quarter Irish, and the rest of me is inebriated. Yeah, so it all works out.
It all works out. You know, I did get a kick out of Belgium. Open arms. They're like, too bad. We invite all our fellow Gerard's fellow Frenchmen, Depardieu's.
Well, the reason is only 4 people live in Belgium. It's a very tiny country.
But this is happening. You know, it's very interesting. We learned that Barack Obama's friend at Google, Eric Schmidt, he's got a shell corporation in Bermuda. We also see that Warren Buffett's got all these little tax loopholes that he uses with his charity. It's all so he doesn't pay a fortune in taxes.
Yeah, if you are living in a system where you're punishing the successful, which is what is happening, you only have two options. You either flee or you hide your assets. And what you're seeing in France and what you're seeing in the United States, if we go in that direction, makers will flee and the takers will stop trying to achieve because they can see that you just get punished. What's the point?
Well, listen, that's the whole story of Detroit. Yeah. The question is, how many Americans are going to leave here over time with these confiscatory tax rates? I would argue you're going to see a lot of people that are wealthy pull their money out.
You know, the thing is that we have so much cool stuff, it's hard to leave. We have so much.
You don't have to leave. You can do dual citizenship. Just create an Eric Schmidt Google shell company. You have a shell company, don't you?
I do, in this tiny country called Hawaii. It actually sells shells. It's a legitimate shell company. Puka shells, actually. Yeah. I've made hundreds of dollars off it. I make puka shell underwear. Uncomfortable, but sexy.
Okay. Greg Gutfeld sharing a lot more than we ever thought he'd share. or that we care to know, or too much information, TMI. All right, we got to go.
Is that what it stands for?
Yes, that's
I never
what it stands
knew.
for. All right. Good to see you, my Irish brother.